Theft is an issue. It's higher than what it's historically been, and we've got safety measures, security measures that we put in place by store location. I think local law enforcement being staffed and being a good partner is part of that equation, and that's normally how we approach it. If that's not corrected over time, prices will be higher. Right. And or stores will close. It's really city by city, location by location. It's store managers working with local law enforcement, and we've got great relationships there for the most part, and that's the way we approach it.
Is Walmart, a major player in the retail industry, in danger of failing? It's time to find out why Walmart is losing market share and what it implies for your future purchases as we see stores clothing, cluttered aisles, and shifting consumer preferences. After 14 years, the Walmart there is closing its doors. Walmart will close 4 outlets in Chicago this weekend. You won't believe me when I tell you that Walmart won't be in your area for a few more years. This much is accurate. We are currently seeing the impending bankruptcy of the renowned and adored retail juggernaut, Walmart. I'm not kidding around, man. Given that shops are closing down left and right, something is clearly wrong with Walmart, or perhaps it was something they had been dealing with for some time. You know, we could be started to see something else if we were prepared to enter the automatic doors of your local Walmart, expecting the usual clamour of customers loading their trolleys. Instead, you encounter an eerie silence. Shelves that were formerly filled to the brim with items are now mostly vacant. Right in front of our eyes, it looks as though Walmart is losing its unique identity. This once unstoppable retail juggernaut is currently trembling on shaky feet. Walmart's bleak destiny was recently disclosed in revelations that shocked the business world. The company has acknowledged the challenges it faces, but its investors are not pleased. This is not a passing storm. It poses a serious threat to one of the biggest shops in the world. Let's take a closer look at the numbers. Walmart's own forecast for 2023 is gloomy. It predicts slower profit and sales growth, and it's a serious problem. We're talking about a company that has had decades of unparalleled success and serves as a kind of microcosm of American consumerism. What therefore is a cause of this downward trend? Undoubtedly, the COVID-19 pandemic had an effect upsetting supply systems and sending customers to online merchants. But there is more at fault than the virus. Since the pandemic occurred 2 years ago and there are certain underlying issues that have existed for some time, we cannot place all of the blame on COVID. Fair enough, Walmart did manage to boost sales by 8.3% at US sites, open for at least a year during the most recent quarter. Even more consumers preferred brands with their own labels. It just isn't enough, and that's the issue. The underlying problems are now too clear to be overlooked. Walmart has to address the issue right away since it has been neglected for too long. One of the main issues facing Walmart is a changing retail environment. The rise of e-commerce giants like Amazon has fundamentally altered how people shop. Online shopping allows you to order products and have them delivered to your house, sparing you the effort of having to travel. A bleak sales prediction for the last quarter of 2022 was recently released by the biggest supermarket chain in the world and the country. As growing costs for necessities take more money from household budgets and leave consumers with less money to spend on desired items like new clothing, Walmart indicated in its announcement on September 29 that it is bracing for a significant decline in its profit margins. The company will have to decrease prices on a range of commodities in order to get rid of inventory that isn't selling, which will have an impact on its bottom line during the busiest shopping season of the year. Walmart, once the one-stop shop for everything, is now struggling to compete in this digital age. But factors beyond only the retailer's rivalry are responsible for Walmart's collapse. Another concern is the evolution of consumer preferences. People are increasingly conscious of their financial decisions. They are seeking alternatives that align with their values, whether that means selecting products made of ethically and sustainably sourced materials or promoting small neighborhood companies. Customers are increasingly aware of Walmart's reputation as a retail behemoth, with dubious employment policies and negative environmental repercussions. The fact that Walmart's stock is currently trading below its 50-day moving average indicates that the company is still experiencing problems. Furthermore, it still lags behind the 200-day moving average over a long time frame. Its most recent market performance decline was not the worst one of the year. In fact, the Superstores chain's stock had its largest one-day decline over the day after the company's first financial report was released in May, falling by 11.7%. It didn't take long to realize that the first quarter had been extremely bad. Analysts had projected Walmart to generate $1.48 per share in profit, but the company instead made $1.30. Despite the influx of customers trying to stretch their budgets, Walmart's sales haven't been flawless. It's obvious that consumers are spending less money on discretionary items. The good news is that other companies are also under financial pressure. The whole retail business is being impacted by the terrible weather. Many stores had a terrible holiday season, and the future doesn't seem much brighter either. As the number of bankruptcies rises, businesses including Party City, Tuesday Morning, Sears Holdings, and Independent Pet Partners have all filed for bankruptcy. There are three basic causes for this failure: The subpar retail sites of Walmart are the first. You heard it accurately, I assure you. Now, maintaining a business is labour intensive, especially when it's a giant Walmart that occupies 4 acres. The issue is that Walmart's focus on cost cutting has caused them to overlook the basics. What is this then? Few consumers are content with it. Imagine walking into a store where there are items with incorrect labels, empty shelves, and a general lack of organisation. Not quite the shopping experience you were hoping for, is it? But what do you know? It's crucial to consider the entire customer experience, not just the appearance. Walmart's messy stores give off a terrible impression. Customers want to feel valued and appreciated, but a chaotic business sends the opposite message. It is hardly surprising that customers choose competitors like Amazon and Target, which provide cleaner, more organised shopping experiences. Given the rise of online purchasing, Walmart cannot afford to ignore this issue. They need to do better, make changes for their companies, and show customers that they care about their purchasing experiences. The second element is Walmart's poor business plan. As the expression goes, go big or go home. Walmart did expand, but not always to its advantage. Their attempts to expand globally have had different degrees of success. In an effort to break into the Chinese market, they placed an offer on Park & Shop, a well-known Chinese grocery shop, in 2013. What is this though? It didn't pan out and Walmart had a hard time establishing itself there. Walmart has always had trouble growing abroad because it finds it challenging to adapt to other regions. There is yet more though. In 2012, the New York Times exposed Walmart's dubious practices and the news hit like a bomb. They were accused of bribing Mexican officials to give them permission to destroy historical monuments. What an ethical disaster! Because of this problem, customers started to question Walmart's integrity, which hurt their reputation. And let's face it, in today's world, ethics are significant. People want to support companies that reflect their values, and many have surely stopped supporting Walmart as a result of blunders. Oops. By the way, there was something more we missed. Do you know how Walmart always touts its low prices? That is, in fact, their primary source of revenue. The issue is that cheap prices come with a cost. Walmart has been cutting corners in a number of ways to maintain its low costs. And who's suffering the worst? Correct, their employees. Low salary, unpleasant working conditions, and scant financial support for their businesses. It resembles an exploitative cycle that never ends. Doug McMillon, the company's CEO, stated, "On the food side, we're seeing double-digit inflation, and I'm concerned that the inflation may continue to increase." Between July 2019 and July 2022, Walmart's grocery prices have already increased by 21%. It makes sense that customers are buying less at chain supermarkets. By closing down outlets, the retail chain cancels the Walmart Express experimental program. 95% of the shutting stores are 10 miles or less from another Walmart. The closings, which will begin at the end of the month, will have an effect on 16,000 employees. These massive Walmart stores have now surpassed the mum and pup shops, as we have all witnessed. It resembles the underdogs being crushed by a retail Goliath. They invade villages and obliterate all the little businesses. Why? Because they can offer reduced costs because of their large supply networks and economies of scale. Cities like Boston, New York, and Los Angeles have sent Walmart, "No thanks, we don't want you here" messages. They are aware that when Walmart builds a location, local businesses suffer, jobs are lost, and towns fall apart. Walmart is facing difficulties that endanger its formerly unstoppable dominance in a world of changing retail dynamics. Examine the causes of its difficulties and they entail for our purchasing decisions. That's it for today. If you liked the video, do subscribe to the channel.